people don't realize this one thing that can actually make or break you actually achieving it, you actually getting to where you want to be, you actually living the life of your dreams. My name is Geraldi, and back in May I did a challenge with myself, a committed challenge to upload 30 videos in 30 days in the month of May, and I was able to complete that within the 30 days. I did that primarily to increase my watch hours, to show myself how to be committed, and to show you guys what discipline looks like and what lessons I learned about discipline that I could bring back to you guys and share with you. So everything that I'm sharing is things that I've learned from that challenge, my continued efforts to try to create a business behind the scenes of YouTube so that I can hopefully one day just live off of this. When I tell you guys, this is the number one reason why people don't achieve their dreams and why I had so much trouble in the past to achieve my dreams, it is going to blow your mind. The number one reason why you're not achieving your dream is because it's not shiny and brand new. After a few days, it's not the newest thing. It's not brand new. Like, when you are going after your dreams, when you're going to achieve them, a couple things happen, right? You get so excited, you are so motivated. You're either buying the new membership for your gym, and you're buying the cutest workout clothes and the cutest workout shoes, or you're buying all this meal prepping stuff, or you're buying the nicest like budget planner. Like, you're buying all this stuff, you're getting excited for it, you're prepping for it, and then you get into it for a couple of days and then it flatlines. You don't go back, you get tired of it, and you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Why? Because it's not new. It gets boring. Hard work is boring. And maybe you're just somebody who just loves that drama, who loves that fast-paced life, who loves like new things and going shopping and having an exciting life, but that's not what consistency is, okay? Consistency is repetitive, it's boring, and it's the same fucking shit every single day, okay? It's you doing the same task every single day. So when I tell you that this is the number reason why you're not achieving, it's the number one reason. But even though we figured this out today, it does not mean I'm going to just leave you high and dry. I'm going to give you the 3 things that you can start today to kind of switch that mindset and how you can build that discipline and how you can actually go after your goals. So please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and let's get on to the number one thing. So the number one thing that you need to do to fix this situation of yours of not achieving your goals is you need to stop giving into immediate gratification. Now, we hear this a lot, but I want to give you guys a theory that I have with what I did with myself, okay? I realized that I had the mentality of an iPad kid. So if you are new to this concept, an iPad kid is essentially just a kid who is chronically on his iPad. So it is a kind of like a parenting method that a parent uses for their kids. And why do they use that for their kids? So whenever a kid has an issue, whenever a kid is throwing a tantrum, whenever a kid is bothering the parents too much, they use it as a tool to kind of just avoid responsibility. And that is what we do with ourselves, right? We parent ourselves, right? We give in too easily. We give in to that immediate gratification. We avoid our own responsibilities. And so I realized that I was iPad kidding myself when something would happen in my life, and instead of facing that problem, instead of taking care of it, I would avoid my own issues by giving myself the phone, by avoiding what's happening in real life, by scrolling onto YouTube, avoiding my own emotions, avoiding my own responsibilities, avoiding my own deadlines, and creating a bigger problem later. Because I would just give myself the phone. It's like, oh, life is too hard, I'm just gonna get on my phone. Oh, something is happening in my life, I'm just gonna get on my phone. Like, to avoid everything. So when we want to shift our mindset of, when you have a problem with boring stuff, when you have a problem with consistency, when you're constantly giving yourself into that immediate gratification, because it is immediate, like you get instantly excited, you get instantly happy, you start, there's all these brand new things that are happening online every single day. It's so hard to have it's so hard to have a stop on social media because it's never ending. You kind of get this FOMO. So how do you translate that into your goals? Because your goals are not the same exact thing, okay? It's repetitive, it's boring, and it's hard work. The complete opposite of what your phone gives you. You need to stop the immediate gratification, okay? Just like a parent, okay, the minute that they take away that iPad, what does the iPad kid do? They start throwing a tantrum. They start having all these issues. They're overstimulated. The parents start thinking that they have a problem, ADHD, and this, and that. Like, so many things arises just because they decided to avoid responsibility of being a parent and just giving into the iPad instead of taking it away, giving them a break, and dealing with the kid's issue. Like, them throwing a tantrum is just the addiction that they have towards their phone. And so over time, what happens? The kid starts realizing how to play on their own. They start having an imagination. They start their tantrums lesson. They start, seeing the world in a different place. And so that's what's going to happen with you too. If you feel like you're just so overstimulated by the entire world, it's probably because you're giving yourself the phone way too often. And as we all know, the parents were right. It is that damn phone. So stop the immediate gratification by just putting your phone down and getting to work more often. Do more things that are not the phone, whether that's like coloring, reading, things that are actually good for you. Going out and talking with friends, going out and experiencing the world. Get out more often, okay? Go touch grass, as they say. Literally, go touch grass. So stop being so chronically online, because I promise you that is what's creating this immediate need to satisfy yourself, and how it's not going to help you in the long run when you want to achieve a goal and you have to do the same repetitive, consistent thing. And watch how your life is going to change when you start switching your hobbies from being online to actual real hobbies, from like way back in the day of what people used to do. Like, people used to read the newspaper, okay? I would be happy to go back to reading a newspaper. That sounds like freaking fun. I love tangible books. I don't like an iPad. I don't like a Kindle. I like reading an actual book. So when you take accountability for your life, the less you want to just give in to your iPad. Number 2 is you avoid your problems instead of just facing them, okay? Just like the iPad kid, the kid starts throwing a tantrum. What does the parent do? The parent gives the phone and the kid calms down, and then they don't have to parent the kid anymore. When you have an issue in real life, instead of just putting the phone off to the side, it's so much more better for you to just deal with what's in front of you. I like to use the method or the mindset of just get it over with. When I don't want to film, when I don't want to script, when I don't want to work, when I don't want to do X, Y, or Z, I just tell myself, just get it over with. Because once it's over and it's done. The more that you avoid it, the bigger the anxiety becomes and the bigger the problem gets, because either you're getting closer to a deadline, either you're not going to be able to submit things on time, or you're just going to cause more anxiety than you need to for your life. And we'll get to the whole drama thing on the third part of this video, because that's something that I needed to learn with myself. Oof, life really taught me well. But just get it over with, okay? The faster you just get it over with and you just rip the band-aid right off, the quicker you can just get to the next chapter of your life. But people love to simmer in this anxiety. They want to sit in it, because why is it easier for you to live with the anxiety than for you to just rip the band-aid off and just get it over with? Like, what is going to happen afterwards that is so horrible that you don't want to deal with that? Because I promise you, life is going to get a lot more easier when you are disciplined enough to just rip the band-aid off, deal with what's next, and just get over that. Instead of just letting the anxiety simmer and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until like something happens, something explodes, your world crumbles, and then you're down and under. You're worse than where you would have been if you would have just ripped the band-aid right off, okay? I used to just allow things to just kind of expire. I waited to the last minute. I procrastinated so much with my life. But because I have figured out that it's so much more easier to live with my life if I were to just rip the band-aid off, no matter how hard things are, no matter how difficult things seem to be, I'm gonna figure it out. Switch my mindset into more of a I'm don't want to live with this life anymore, this anxiety driven life. I want to live a different one. So to just get it over with mindset, it takes a lot of trial and error, because you have to build the mental discipline to get your ass off of the bed, get your ass off of the phone, do whatever it is that you need to do. So it's like you coming home and you see a sink full of dishes, and you're like, I can either go lay down, or I have the few minutes to spare to wash the dishes and then go lay down. So to build that mental discipline with yourself and to just get it over with, because the dishes have to be done at some point, you could just immediately go wash the few dishes that you have and then go lay down, and then guess what? You don't have to get back up later. You could just lay down for the rest of the day if you want to. Why? Because you just got over with. You just got it over with. You'll see how much more time you actually get to have when you finish what you need to do. You'll have so much more mental space, because you don't have that anxiety of, I have to do the dishes soon, I have to do the dishes soon. Like, that's just like a repeating line that lives in your head, like, oh, I have to do this soon, I have to do this soon, I have to do this soon. Like, time is ticking, and you're constantly checking the time, and you're constantly checking. Like, for me, I can't even take a break for lunch, because I'm constantly checking the time, being like, okay, it's almost time for me to go back to work, it's almost time for me to get back to work, it's almost time for me to get back to work. How freaking exhausting is that? I would much rather just finish off my day and then take a break, because then guess what? Nothing else lives in my freaking head. Now, no repeating lines live in my head. I get to just enjoy my time. And that is how I've started to achieve a lot more than I've had before. So the last thing is that it's going, like I said, it's going to get repetitive. Just like this video, it's going to get repetitive and boring. Okay, the reason why you're not achieving your goals is because you love the drama. You love the drama. You love to create drama in your life. Waiting to the last minute to submit your bills. You love to be like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to go out. Fuck the fact that I have to go study. I'm just going to go out. You love to create drama with your life, okay? Maybe you don't seem like, oh yeah, I love drama. Like, maybe you don't particularly go out and seek drama, but you also don't like consistency, because again, consistency is boring. Okay, I can attest to this. Okay, I was a person who hated consistency in a relationship because it was boring. Because it's like, oh, every single time that I called, the person would pick up. Oh, every single time that I felt an anxiety, they were right there, reassure me. And this was when I was younger. Okay, I've learned a lot more since then, but I was like, I just need somebody who's gonna be toxic. I just need somebody who's gonna fill my life up with so much drama. And now I'm like, yeah, that wasted so much of my time, so much of my energy, and took so many young years for me. So I've completely switched my mindset of, I would much rather have a consistent and boring thing than constantly live my life on the edge and waste my freaking time and never progress anywhere. Because that is the one thing. Consistency and boringness, you're getting somewhere. You're going somewhere. You're building something. And yes, it's the same thing every single day. But again, it's building something. You're building your life to the future. While when you are just living in consistent drama, you get absolutely nowhere but just in circles. All you do is just create a cycle within yourself, create a circle, and you never go outside of that. You never build more than just that, because you're never progressing towards the goals that you want. You're never gonna get married to that person. You're never going to have the life that you've always wanted with that person. Okay, let them go. Let it go. And so what do I mean by this in achieving our goals? Okay, if you want to live a life that you've always dreamed of having, it's not going to be with the bad habits. It's going to be with the good habits. It's going to be the ones that are, I wash my face every single night. I go to the gym every 5 days. I go to the gym 5 days out of the week. I pay my bills on time. I wake up at 5 a.m. every single morning, and I make sure that I'm asleep by 8:30 every single night. Like, these things are really boring, but guess what? They're going to drive the results that you really want. I am tired of filming these videos sometimes, okay? having to sit here and talk for 30 minutes is very tiring, especially with the fact that I film in my car. That's not the most aesthetic background. It's not the most aesthetic way to present myself onto the internet, but it's the best thing that I got. So I'm just gonna do with what I got, and later I may be able to hopefully film in a much more aesthetically pleasing room, but that does not mean that I am gonna stop myself from achieving my goals just because it's not exactly what I want. It's boring. Like, the background is boring. Me sitting here and filming every single day gets boring, but it drives the results. It gets me closer and closer to me achieving my goal of becoming monetized. And guess what? I'm so freaking close to doing it. But I have to do the hard work of showing up every single day to film, and then editing these videos and uploading them. It's boring, but it drives the results. And that's the one thing that you need to start realizing, this, that you're gonna get to a point where life is too short. You shouldn't be creating this toxic cycle with yourself. You need to stop living all this drama, because you're never actually going to achieve your goals, because you live for the drama, you live for the immediate gratification, you live life on the edge, and that is not going to get you, sweetheart. That's not going to get you anywhere closer than just living the life that you do right now. It's not gonna, the bad habits are not gonna create the good life, okay? The good habits are gonna create the good life. The bad habits are gonna create the bad life. So if you want to live drama free, live the life of your dreams, then it's gonna be through consistent, boring, hard work. It's just, it is what it is. Like, this is why it's not meant for everybody, because not everybody wants to do the boring, consistent, hard work. Everyone wants to have the drama, toxic filled life, the exciting life, the new stuff, the new whatever. Nobody wants the consistent and boring. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. So if you want to subscribe to my newsletter called The Silva's Success Strategies, where I send you one strategy every single week with things that you can implement into your life, habits, a strategy to succeed, you can start implementing that day to generate better results for you to achieve your goals. So if you want to receive that every single week, then please join my emailing list, and you will also receive a free PDF on 8 different ways on how you can overcome procrastination. So that'll be all on my website, which will be linked down below. And I also have a workbook guide on how to, in 7 days, how to stop procrastinating and build discipline. So if you just need that much more guidance, this is a 29-page workbook that takes you day by day. I'm literally there guiding you every single day with prompts and worksheets on shifting your mindset, on changing, on how you can stop blaming the world for the bad stuff that happens in your life, and how you can stop procrastinating and build this discipline so you can actually achieve your goals. So I did want to, if you want to read the testimonials over on my website, you can. I will link everything down below. If you want that workbook guide, it'll be down below linked. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys again on the next one. Bye. Mwah.